Hello, welcome back. ECM again. ECM originals in this case, not from the Luminescence series for this video. I have put out 5 original ECMs, which I think are wow, which I think are musically and when it comes to the quality of the recording and the reproduction on the vinyl are outstanding, really special. So you can call them 5 of my favorites out of their huge catalog with, I think, over 1,000 titles. Like I do sometimes, and in this case I will do this too, I will give you one song of those albums in other videos. And again, I state this again, this is not to impress you with sound or something like that, because the way I do it, it's simply not possible. This is to give you an idea of the music and only the music of those releases. And yeah, we have 5 titles to cover, let's get right into it. First title I choose for this video is Mikael Alperin and Arkady Schildklöpper. One of the typical designs of the ECM records. This album came out in the 90s, so we are talking relatively late. It's the latest one I choose for this video, if I'm not mistaken. And it comes for a good reason. We have a wonderful musically copy, which sounds amazing. We have Mikael Alperin, both musicians, Arkady Schildklöpper and Mikael Alperin, are Russian musicians. I think they comes from Odessa. And we have Mikael Alperin on the piano, melodica and voice. And we have Arkady Schildklöpper at French horn, Jagdhorn, Flügelhorn and voice. And what I want to do with this release, and this is one of the reasons I put this out first, I want to give you a quote from Alperin, because this quote really points out the overall take of the ECM label quite good. And so I'll read a little sentence, I hope you don't mind, but this puts it into perfect words. There is this thing about jazz, especially current European jazz, that it can embrace all the music in the world and became a true world music. I'm not about to deny or forget the origins or long-standing developments of jazz as being American, and I'm certainly not about to reduce the importance of such giants in the history of music as Miles and Train. It's just that, well, originally American jazz was influenced by European music. And then, quite naturally, American jazz music influenced us. And now it seems we Europeans are able to contribute again. And this is like a blueprint from the early 70s or very late 60s of the idea of the ECM label, in my opinion, as I understand it. So I totally agree here with Mikael Alperin. Highly recommended. You will have one song in the video. Another song, another album. Fantastic, important, gorgeous album on the ECM label is this Jon Hassell. What a brilliant, moody, calm jazz album on the very frontier of still being jazz. And you know, in lack for words, and that's why I like those videos. I can give you an example now. It's really hard to describe, and so watch if you don't know this, of course, a lot of you will know. Watch the video where I put out one song, probably Power Spot, we will see, and simply enjoy enjoy Power Spot John Hassel from 1986. Wonderful ECM pressing, wonderful album. It's all those releases I show here are original first pressings, which luckily, some of them are not that cheap, but luckily in a very good availability here in Germany, and usually they are in an amazing, quite often perfect shape, because the collectors of ECM really took care of their records. Record number 3, quite a special one, quite an interesting one. It's James Newton's Axum. Again, a wonderful, wonderful jacket, wonderful cover art. And what makes this one so special, next to other things like the sound, the pressing quality and stuff like that, is that James Newton is alone on this record. He plays flute, alto and bass flute. And that's it. And that's amazing. An amazing album from 1981. At least it's recorded in August 1981 and came out in 1982. Outstanding, highly, highly recommended. Give it a chance, give it a try. Flute music. Again, I will give you an example. The next album, yeah, it's a classic. It's a classic, one of the ECM releases, and I think it has a very good chance that we see it on the Luminescence series. I don't know if is it? I think it is announced, I can imagine. And I'm talking about an early ECM record, came out in 1970, so among the first. And wow, what a jazz record, talking about Afric Pepperbird. Jan Garbarek, the young Jan Garbarek, quite different from the Hillard Ensemble Gabarek, if you know what I mean. Astonishing jazz record. All of this batch, the most impressive sounding one, fantastic. ECM 1007, so it might be the 7th release of ECM. We have Jan Garbarek on tenor sax, bass sax, clarinet, flutes and percussion. We have Terje Ripdahl on guitar and bugle. We have Arild Andersen, bass, African trump, piano, xylophone. And we have Jon Christensen on percussion. And this is a dream of a jazz record. Really different. Sometimes it's very calm, and then when Garbarek hits it, he really hits it. It's like an explosion. It's fantastic. Highly, highly, highly recommended. Wow. And the 5th one, so the last one of the batch, but still for sure not the least important, and one of my all-time favorite in the ECM catalog. An unbelievable record. It's Bengt Berger, Bitter Funeral Beer. Wow, trust me on this one. This is again a killer recording. Especially the first track. I will put it on a video where you have this African woman mourning during a funeral. This is intense, really, really, really intense. It came out, let me have a look, in 1982. It's ECM 1179, and as I said, it's unbelievable. The musicians next to Bengt Berger here are Jürgen Adolfsson, Tommy Adolfsson, Todd Bengtason, Bengt Berger, Christa Boten, Don Cherry, Thomas Mehrer, Matthias Helden, Sigge Kranz, Anita Livstrand, Bosse Skolund, Ulf Wallander and Kjell Westling on different instruments. The Bitter Funeral Beer track, the title track, is 9 minutes 18 seconds, but I probably will put them in a video because this is one of the most amazing songs. It's really touching, really amazing, highly recommended when it comes to the ECM catalog. Yeah, those are one of my favorites in the ECM catalog. Give it a try if you're interested in those. I just can say, wow! It's a beautiful variety, as you can see in the clip videos. So it's of course, and that's what it really makes so special and interesting to me. Again, it's really a nice addition to the stuff we are usually in when it comes to Blue Note, Prestige, Impulse, Verve, and so on. So this is the European take of things. This is in general the 70s and 80s take of things, which is quite worth getting into. Try it. Thank you for your time. See you on the next one. Bye.